Welcome to Impact News Hour on First Next News Port Harcourt. First, we bring you the headlines. Minister of State for Education, Professor Ahmed, reaffirms their commitment to human capital development through skills-based education. Federal government unveils plans to increase contribution of Nigeria's livestock subsector to nation's gross domestic product. Nigerian Communication Commission upbeat about improved telecom service with more spectrum 6GHz and 60GHz. Bringing you this news is Cassie Tony. Now to the rest of the news. The federal government has unveiled plans to increase the contribution of Nigerian livestock subsector to the nation's gross domestic product from $32 billion to over $74 billion within the next 10 years. The Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mutia Maihar, disclosed this on Tuesday in Ilori during a livestock stakeholders engagement organized by the Kwara State government, which brought together more than 250 players across the livestock value chain. Represented at the event by his special advisor, Mark Mbaram, the minister said the federal government was committed to repositioning the livestock sector as a major driver of food security, job creation, and economic growth. According to Maihar, food security remains a critical component of national security, which underpins the government's decision to place livestock development on the front burner. He said the ministry has developed a national livestock growth acceleration strategy aimed at boosting productivity and increasing the sector's contribution to the economy. He noted that the era of open grazing and herding is no longer sustainable, stressing that ranching remains the most viable option for modern livestock production. The minister highlighted opportunities in the livestock sector, including beef production, poultry, dairy farming, micro-ruminants, and job creation, noting that while the sector had previously posed challenges to national development, it now has the potential to become a major economic asset. Moving on, the federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to human capital development through inclusive and skill-based education. Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmed, stated this on Tuesday at the official inauguration of the ISDB Bilingual Education Boarding School in the local government area of Kano State. The minister explained that the establishment of bilingual model schools across the country reflects the federal government's resolve to equip learners with linguistics, vocational, digital competences. According to her, multilingual education prepares students to participate effectively in diverse social and economic systems, while also helping to reduce the number of out-of-school children and improve learning outcomes modern teaching methods. Kaduna State Governor Abba Yusuf, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Umar Ibrahim, pledged sustained collaboration to ensure the effective utilization of the school. He explained confidence that the facility would expand access to quality education and significantly reduce the number of out-of-school children in Kano State and beyond. Away from that story, the Federal Fire Service has expressed serious concern over a rising pattern of fire outbreaks linked to electrical surges and overloading, following three major incidents recorded within 32 hours in the Federal Capital Territory, resulting in estimated losses exceeding 650 million naira. This incident occurred in the early hours of January 19 at Corner Shop, X Close, Road, Maraba, along the Abuja Kefi axis, affecting 6 retail outlets. Emergency was reported by ASP Abdul Malik to the Federal Fire Service National Headquarters, Gagi Station. The station commander, Abo, was said to have immediately mobilized response teams, with the FFS Yanya station providing backup support. Despite a late emergency call, fighters contained the fire and prevented further escalation, saving properties estimated at approximately 100 million naira out of 400 million naira exposed to the prompt intervention of Federal Fire Service responders and supporting agencies. Property valued at over 2.8 billion naira was preserved from destruction across the three emergencies. While commenting on the trend, the Controller General of the Federal Fire Service, Olumude Samuel Adeyemi, warned residents and business operators to adopt strict electrical safe practices, especially switching off appliances and avoiding socket overloading. In another report, Nigerian Communication Commission (NCC) has assured that with the opening of more spectrum 6GHz and 60GHz, telecom customers will soon begin to experience better quality service by operators. Head Spectrum Service Department of NCC, Atiku Lawal, gave the assurance at the ongoing Spectrum Roadmap Holders Consultation in Abuja. Lawal said the commission was not just opening more spectrum for improved quality of service, but also to serve the underserved. Representation of Dynamic Spectrum Alliance, Martha Shures, who joined the forum virtually, stated that 6GHz technology will boost Nigeria's transformation. Still in the news, Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, has declared that Nigeria's global reputation, though bruised by negative perceptions, was not a verdict but a mirror. Idris demanded an urgent national auction, insisting that the country must deliberately own and project its successes rather than surrender the narrative to critics. Former Lagos State Governor and former Minister of Works, Housing and Power, Mr. Babatunde Fashola San, called for systematic training of Nigerians ambassadors designated before they are deployed abroad. Idris and Fashola spoke at the Nigerian Reputation Summit 2026 in Abuja, reacting to the newly unveiled National Reputation Perception Index, which placed Nigeria at 35.2% in a low trust and globally. He said the report should spur reform, honest communication, and collective responsibility, not despair. Idris warned Nigerians, including the media, against amplifying fear and criminality, stating that repeatedly showcasing images of terrorists and criminals only strengthen false narratives. Moving away from that, the Nigerian police force has confirmed that an abduction incident did take place at Kumi Wale community in Gajuru local government area of Kaduna State following days of denial, uncertainty, and conflicting reports. A statement by the police force relative officer, CSP Benjamin Hundeyi, acknowledged that the incident, which sparked fear and anxiety among residents, was initially imputed during a meeting at the Kaduna State Security Council convened by Governor Uba Sani. According to the force, some individuals from the affected local government area described the report as false, creating uncertainty and the need for further verification by security agencies. Still in the news, the police command in Niger says they have arrested 4 suspects for alleged criminal conspiracy and causing grievance hurt. A statement by the police public relations officer, SP Washiru Abiodu, in Mina says a report was received from Kwakungu Division, which indicated that the same date at about 6:30 p.m. a member of the vigilante was attacked by some thugs. He said that the thugs had disarmed the vigilante of his locally made gun and cutlass, inflicted injuries on him, and warned him to desist from arresting their cohorts in the community. He said that the suspect confessed to the crime and identified his accomplices, who were also arrested with the exemption of one other currently at large. The spokesperson said that the case was transferred to the Anti-Forgery Unit of the State Criminal Investigation Department (MENA), and after investigation, the suspects were charged to court. Moving on, the Nigerian National Electoral Commission says it has embarked on a new plan to extend permanent voter cards registration to 207 new centers in Plateau State as part of efforts to increase voters' registration and participation. The Residents' Electoral Commission in the state, Alhaji Mohammed Sadiq, disclosed this during an enlargement stakeholders meeting held at the Commission's headquarters in Jos, the capital city. Sadiq noted that the Commission had opened another window for the second phase of continuous voters registration, which began on January 5, 2026 and will end on April 17, 2026. The Resident Electoral Commissioner highlighted the challenges faced during the first phase, including incomplete registrations and uncontrolled PVCs, and urged registrants to complete their registration and collect their PVS. He further stated that the registration is open to Nigerian citizens aged 18 and above, those who have not previously registered, and those who need to update their information. And that's it on the news. Many thanks for watching.